Welcome to the Albion Foundation's PE sessions. I'm Mr. Ward.
I'm Mr. Holmes. Today we're going to be focusing on jumping for height. Every player will need a small area like this one with some cones dotted around it. Please make sure that each area is at least 3 meters apart. Our learning objective for today is developing our technique when jumping for height. All that means is we're trying to jump as high as we can.
Please remember to keep your social distance away from other people within the class, and please keep 2 meters away.
We've set up 2 areas for today. My area is going to be inside this yellow square. Mr. Ward's area is going to be in the red square over there, and we're 3 meters apart. If there's more of you, make sure the areas are further apart as well. We're just going to take you through our warm-up. For today's warm-up, we've got some cones dotted around our squares. All we're going to do is 2 feet together like this. Mr. Ward, 2 feet together.
Yep,
and we're going to jump over a very small cone like so. We're going to allow 3 minutes. How many cones can you jump over in 3 minutes?
I'll beat you.
Ready? Go. Okay. Now for the next part of our task, we've removed the cones from the warm-up, we've replaced them with some other objects. So as you can see here, we've got things like hurdles, tall cones, we've got a football, we've still got one of the small cones. You can use anything so long as it's not too high and it's going to be dangerous. Variety of different heights, and the challenge now isn't going to be about speed. It doesn't matter how many you jump over, it's about your technique. Okay? So if I'm jumping over this hurdle here, I'm going to stand side on with my feet together. Okay? The knees and the arms are going to help me bounce upwards. Okay, and I'm going to plan to jump up and over the object, a bit like this. Okay, I can then move on to the next object, football in this case, and make my way around the area, not on speed, but on the quality of your jump. Have a go.
As you're jumping across the items, make sure you bend your knees, drive with your arms over each object. As you watch Rich here, he bends down and uses his arms to exaggerate the movement to drive forward over the object. When jumping, remember that when you land to bend your knees, so as you jump, bend with soft knees.
Now for the next progression in this lesson, we focused on height with our jump. Now we're going to focus on height and reach as well. So instead of just jumping over objects, we're also going to reach and see just how high we can jump. Now in school, you could use anything. You can use chalk against a wall. You could use sellotape. You could use a sticky note. We're using magnets because we've got a metal wall here. You can be creative. Anything where you can see a mark or leave something that sticks to the wall to show the height. So Mr. Ward is going to stand next to the wall here. Using his knees, his hips and his arms, he's going to drive upwards, reaching as high as he can and see how high he can stick that magnet. He's got a second magnet. His challenge now is going to be to try and beat his own score.
As you're jumping, remember to drive with your legs and reach high, but also remember that when you're landing, to land with soft knees. How did you do?
I think I beat you.
No, you didn't.
Oh. To finish the lesson, a couple of questions. How did that lesson make you feel today?
What was challenging and what did you find easy? If it was easy, how could you make it harder?
How did you feel about your technique? Is there anything you'd still want to improve?
What do you need to remember with other people in your session?
And lastly, which sports and games do you think this skill might come in handy in? Where might you need to use jumping for height?
Within the session, please remember to stay 2 meters apart from other children or participants within the session.
We all hope you enjoyed today's Albion Foundation PE lesson.
We sure did.
Teachers, don't forget, you need to clean any equipment that was touched by the children in line with your school's cleaning policy.